So, if you've been living under a rock for the last few days, you might have missed some little news that Daniel Bryan has been medically cleared by WWE doctors to perform in ring. And as the internet exploded, just like I did when I heard the news, I decided to make a top 10 list like every other wrestling channel on YouTube. Mainly because, damn, it's a good idea, and these are my dream opponents for Daniel Bryan. So here it is. This is Boise's top 10 opponents I want to see Daniel Bryan competing. And I'm going to say now, there's no order to it. These are just 10 opponents I just really want to see Daniel Bryan take on. So here we go. Yes! Number 10, let's fade to black, Alistair Black. He is right now one of the hottest commodities on NXT. The guy's cool. He's got hard-hitting styles like strong. You know, he's just cool. He is absolutely one of the coolest wrestlers on NXT. And I, honest to God, every time I watch him go, I really want to see him take on big names because I think he could have amazing matches. And when Daniel Bryan announced he was coming back, the first name which popped into my head automatically was Alistair Black for NXT. I just was like, these two could have amazing matches, very hard hitting, yet still be technically brilliant. And that's exactly what I want. I want to see Daniel Bryan having those technical matches with an opponent who is as technically gifted as him. And Alistair Black just ticks all the boxes for me. So, number 10, Alistair Black. Number 9, Adam Cole, baby! Why not? Why not? You think of Ring of Honor, you think of Daniel Bryan, and hell, you think of Adam Cole. Those two just legitimately just shout Ring of Honor, and I'd love to just see them two fight. It's not going to be as technically gifted as Alistair Black, but my God, Adam Cole has great match after good match after great match after good match. I've not seen him have a bad match yet since he's joined NXT. So for me right now, I'm just really wanting to see him take on someone like Daniel Bryan, where, let's be honest, the promos are just going to be awesome. Just allow Cole to be an absolute arsehole of a heel and Daniel Bryan being himself on the mic, and you know the chemistry with promos and in ring will just take over. You could literally build a massive feud on it which could last a few months where the crowd won't get bored of it because, God, these two can just do pretty much all round package. So yeah, number 9, Adam Cole, baby! Yes! Number 8 is the Bruiserweight himself, the United Kingdom champion. He's still United Kingdom champion while I'm recording this. Pete Dunne. Yep. Why not? He is one of the hottest commodities again on NXT. He's just so technically gifted, and he's not even fully polished yet. Just imagine what he could do in the ring with someone like Daniel Bryan. My God, it would be absolutely brilliant to see D-Bry taking on pretty much UK strong style. It would be brilliant. It's just one of those things. British strong style versus the American Dragon. Hell yes. I would pay good money to see that right now. And Pete Dunne would be brilliant on the main roster. When he finally gets called up and finally becomes a full-time member of the WWE roster, why not put him against someone like Daniel Bryan? He's a perfect opponent for him. He's very, very, very good, is Pete Dunne, and he would learn so quickly by taking on someone like Daniel Bryan. It's not just going to be a feud which we'll be seeing. It'll be teaching Pete Dunne in an amazing style at the same time. So, number 8, Pete Dunne. Yes! Number 7, Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins and Daniel Bryan have had a few matches against each other, but they've never been able to go full on out. For me, this is the best opportunity now. Seth's a babyface. Daniel's is the biggest babyface in all of wrestling. Let's be honest, it's true. And it would just be great to see both men go all out. When the first time they ever took each other on, Seth was part of the Shield, so he always had that kind of learning curve when he came in. And then when Seth left the Shield to join the Authority, it never really allowed Daniel Bryan to really interact that much with Seth Rollins. Yes, they had a few tag team matches against each other, but there was nothing else really to it. I would love to see a full-on match where both men are allowed to just go all out. And let's be honest, if you know both guys are allowed to just go full throttle, you know they're going to have probably a 5-star match in the works. Yes, you could turn Seth heel if you wanted to. I don't mind that. D-Bry is the best babyface you will ever have in the company. So, again, you could just work it around this. Again, a massive opportunity for both men to just literally steal the show whenever WWE decide to do this match. Yes! Number 6 is the Destroyer, Samoa Joe. Of course it's going to be Joe in this list. If Adam Cole is also, you think of Ring of Honor, when you think of Adam Cole, you're going to think of Samoa Joe as well. Joe is legitimately one of the baddest men in WWE, and you know for a fact him and Daniel Bryan would have absolutely brilliant matches against each other, which they already know they have had. So why not do it again, but on the biggest stages you can possibly put them on? Yes, we know Joe isn't as agile as he used to be back in his Ring of Honor time, but my God, he is still one of the baddest men on the planet. And Daniel Bryan, again, it would just be absolutely brilliant. You could literally be selling the tickets now and say it's going to happen in a year, and you know the building will be sold out. That's how big of a match this could possibly be. You got absolutely every opportunity to show Daniel Bryan and Samoa Joe at the peak of wrestling entertainment. Yes! Number 5, the King of Strong Style, the artist, Shinsuke Nakamura. Right now, Shinsuke Nakamura is the number 1 contender for the WWE title. And let's be honest, if Nakamura's next opponent, if he wins the title at WrestleMania, let's be honest, he will have to take on Daniel Bryan at some point. It just has to happen. The minute Nakamura tweeted out his congrats to Daniel, for getting medically cleared, everyone looked at that message where he said, now the dream match of Nakamura versus Bryan can finally happen. And for that 30 seconds when I read that tweet, I was like, oh hell yes, we need to see this. Again, like every match I've talked about so far, where these opponents I would love to see, Nakamura has to be on this list. It just makes sense. He is legitimately, if he's allowed to do strong style like he was able to do in NXT, taking on Daniel Bryan, again, very technical, very hard-hitting character, you know for a fact the match will just steal whatever show you put them on, just like it would with Samoa Joe, like with Adam Cole, like with Pete Dunne. You just put him against these opponents and you know the fans are just gonna go crazy. With Nakamura versus Daniel Bryan, again, you just know it's just a dream match everyone's been thinking about since Nakamura signed for NXT and got pushed up to the main roster. Now we have this opportunity. Why are we waiting? It's just simple money right now for WWE. Yes! Talking about simple money, number 4, the leader of Balor Club, Finn Balor. Of course, Finn Balor. When he was in NXT and Daniel Bryan were all like, oh well, he could come back anytime before he announced his retirement. The biggest matchup most fans could think of with Daniel Bryan's return was Finn Balor. It was just on everyone's lips. Well, Balor versus Daniel Bryan. It has to happen. You know, two guys who made their name in Japan, very big in technical wrestling, and both of them who are not, let's be honest, not the tallest guys in the company, who yet still very popular, very, very much showing you don't have to be 6 foot odd to be the biggest wrestler in the the biggest name. And these guys just proved it. They've got so much, there's the chemistry there. You know for a fact that the technical wrestling will just be out of this world. Let's just be honest, we want to see that sooner rather than later.
Yes!
Number 3 is the hottest commodity out of the main roster, Johnny Gargano. What? Of course it's going to be Johnny Wrestling. Johnny Wrestling's in his bloody name. The American Dragon, Daniel Bryan. It just makes sense. Let's be honest, when you get a 5-star match against Cien Almas, you know for a fact you're going to get at least a 6-star against Daniel Bryan. Both guys are just, again, there's so much similarity between the two. You just go, damn, I want to see this. I want to see. Let's be honest, Johnny Wrestling is the next generation. A lot of people have described him as the next Daniel Bryan, which I think is a great compliment to give any young wrestler. And Daniel Bryan, man, you know for a fact, Daniel Bryan would love to work with someone like him, where he can just absolutely go all out on just showing off his technical skills, full stop.
Yes!
Number 2 is a feud which started back on Talking Smack. It's the Intercontinental Champion, the awesome one, The Miz. Of course it has to be though. I've said of course a lot in this video, but it just, every time you say a name, you just go, yeah, of course it has to be them at some point. But The Miz just has to be a future opponent for Daniel Bryan. Those two, just the chemistry they had, there was a lot of realistic tension between the two of them. And now that Daniel Bryan is medically cleared, everyone looked at The Miz and just went, well, you're screwed, aren't you? And it's true. It is a true fact. You look at The Miz and you just go, yeah. He has just come leaps and bounds in the last 2 years. Since the brand split has been the best thing for The Miz, full stop. He went to SmackDown, stole the show on SmackDown. Even when he wasn't main eventing, he did it, and he still became like the biggest name on SmackDown. Went to Raw and did the same thing again. Brilliant. And his feud with Daniel Bryan, taking his yes kicks, mocking him as much as he could, was absolutely brilliant. And you know for a fact Daniel Bryan would love to have an absolutely amazing feud. Don't forget, we've already seen this in the early careers of both Daniel Bryan and The Miz. Now that they're both in their prime in one point, let's see it. Let's see them both go all out. Let's see it, what the fans really want to see. Daniel Bryan rip The Miz apart. It would just be brilliant.
Yes! Yes!
Number 1 has to go to the man who built SmackDown Live, AJ Styles. Of course, the best wrestler in the damn world. He is the best wrestler in the world, taking on one of the best wrestlers in the world, Daniel Bryan. Of course, again, I'm saying of course so much in this video, but for me, it just makes sense. Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, what more do I have to say? It just sells itself. If I said to you in a year's time, oh, by the way, guys, AJ Styles is world champion and his opponent is Daniel Bryan, we'd all go mental. We'd be like, yeah, that's got main event WrestleMania, of course. It's just one of those matches where it's like, that is a WrestleMania level match, and that's how big of a match that would be. That's exactly how I see Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles. You can't just put it on, you know, Hell in a Cell or Money in the Bank. It has to be one of the big four, and for me, it would have to go into that level of WrestleMania level matches. Why? They're both one of the best technical wrestlers in the world. Daniel Bryan, one of the most skilled wrestlers in the world. AJ Styles. And you know, if they're given 30 minutes, they would just steal the show in that 30 minutes. It's just worth every penny. It would be worth every penny to the WWE Network if we got that at WrestleMania. And there you go. Well, there you go, guys. That is my list of 10 opponents I'd love to see Daniel Bryan take on. I know I said, of course, a lot in this video, but my God, there were so many people I was looking at and going, oh, of course I want to see him against him. Of course I want to see him. But those were the 10 people I was just like, those ones just shined out a little bit brighter than anyone else. Of course, I'd love to see Daniel Bryan kick Roman Reigns in the face. Who wouldn't want to see that? Who wouldn't want to see Daniel Bryan take, guys from every part of from Raw to SmackDown, even parts of NXT. There's so much potential. It's exciting. It's a great time right now to be a wrestling fan. But there you go, guys. What do you think of my list? Obviously, you're going to have your own opinions. Please put your list on the comments below. I want to hear who you want to see Daniel Bryan take on as an opponent. If you do like our videos, please like and subscribe. You'll be seeing some videos floating around here. Click on them, check them out. And if you want to follow me on the old Twitter, I'm at Boise88. And I'll see you guys next time on Smack Talk Wrestling Reviews.